here we go. We are throwing you some bike workouts today.
Yeah, we are. Now, we have designed 4 different workouts, each tailored for different areas of fitness. And don't worry, because whatever distance you're doing, they will be applicable.
Yeah, now let's start things off today with a nice cheeky FTP session.
Now, you will likely have heard of FTP before. It stands for Functional Threshold Power. But if you don't have a power meter, don't worry. We are going to discuss how you can deal with these types of sessions regardless of the metrics that you're using and still be able to work out how hard you're going.
Exactly. Now, in short, our FTP is the maximum average power that we can sustain and produce over the course of an hour. And it sits nicely within zone 4, so pretty tough effort. And actually, as we start to step up above our FTP, we start to produce lactic acid at a faster rate than we can remove it from our systems.
Yeah, now for an awful lot of athletes out there, the FTP level is really the intensity that you would race a sprint distance or an Olympic distance triathlon. But don't worry if you're a longer distance athlete, because you can still use these sessions and they're really applicable for kind of unlocking that higher level of power that we need to hit and really raise that FTP further anyway.
Exactly. So today we've got an FTP descend workout for you. So we're going to start all of our workouts with a warm-up of 15 minutes at zone 2, which is 56 to 75% of your FTP, 73 to 80% of your maximum heart rate, and an RPE of 3 to 4 out of 10. But of course, do feel free to extend this out over a longer period of time. Then into a main set of 4 lots of 4 minutes at FTP, which is 91% of your maximum heart rate, an RPE of 8 out of 10, and then into 4 minutes at zone 2 between each rep. Then into 3 lots of 3 minutes at FTP with 3 minutes zone 2 between each rep, and then 2 lots of 2 minutes at FTP with 2 minutes zone 2 between each rep, and then finishing with 1 minute at FTP. And to finish off all our workouts, we're going to do a warm-up of 10 to 15 minutes at zone 2. And again, feel free to add more on here or even cut some off if you plan to run off the bike.
Right, now another session that you will no doubt have heard loads of chat about is the sweet spot session, and we talked loads about it here on GTN.
We have, because it has huge benefits. Now, it's an intensity just below our FTP or our lactate threshold, but actually has very similar physiological adaptations. However, it's far less taxing on the body, meaning we can do more of it and recover quicker from it.
Yeah, now it's kind of upper zone 3, lower end of zone 4. And the end goal of the sweet spot session really is to bump up that threshold or FTP level that you're working at. And once you're doing that, then effectively you're going to be able to go harder and faster, but not without as much effort.
That sounds very good. And not forgetting that it's also very close to a lot of athletes' Ironman 70.3 race intensity on the bike, or for some other athletes it might be their Olympic distance intensity.
Yeah, so all that being said, a good sweet spot session is a main set of 4 times 10 minutes at your sweet spot intensity, which is 84 to 94% of your FTP, 75 to 85% of your max heart rate, and a rate of perceived exertion level of 6 to 7. After that, 5 minutes of zone 2, nice and easy recovery after each rep. But if you can build these durations up over time, then that would be to something like 3 times 20 minutes at your sweet spot, followed by a short recovery. But if you can build on that too, so maybe 10 minutes of recovery to begin with, all the way down to just 3 minutes recovery after each rep. Now we're also going to throw in a bit of a curveball session by throwing in a Tabata bike workout.
Yeah, now you're probably expecting all even pace workouts from us today, but there's actually increasing evidence to suggest that high intensity intervals can have huge performance benefits for us triathletes, regardless of the distance that we're doing, or even if we're sprinting during a race or not.
Yeah, and it would appear that it is actually working for a lot of the top pro athletes out there, so that's good enough proof in itself, I'd say.
Yeah, and again, it's also tapping into and unlocking that higher power, so also enabling us to a potentially higher FTP. And actually, interestingly, from this kind of workout, you'll be surprised at how high your average power is at the end of the ride, and not actually too dissimilar to that of something like a sweet spot workout.
Yeah, and to be honest, Mark, they're actually really quite good fun. So a session would be So a main set of 8 times 20 seconds at 170% of your FTP. But it's going to be hard to record a heart rate for this shorter duration of time. So just use an RPE level of 10, followed by 10 seconds easy zone 1, zone 2 spinning, leading into 10 minutes of zone 2 high cadence work. Then we're back into 8 times 10 seconds at 170% of your FTP, followed by 20 seconds of zone 1, zone 2 spinning, into 10 minutes of zone 2 high cadence work. And finally, 8 times 20 seconds at 170% of your FTP with 10 seconds zone 1, zone 2 spin.
Now, our final session today for you is a nice strength workout. It's a zone 3 overgear.
Yeah, now don't be fooled by the fact that this is actually the easiest intensity level of the sessions we're talking about today, because these can actually be pretty tough workouts, because we can sustain a long time at that level, meaning we can really punch out some solid zone 3 workouts, can't we?
We can, however, we have condensed one here for you today, and we've actually incorporated a bit of overgear work to it, which is actually great for adding a little bit more muscle endurance, strength, and power training to the workout. So to do this, you just want to shift up your gears by 1 or 2 sprockets to a slightly harder than usual gear choice. And we're going to start out with a workout along the lines of 6 sets of 7 minutes at zone 3, which is 76 to 90% of your FTP, 80 to 87% of your maximum heart rate, and an RPE of 5 to 6, with 3 minutes at zone 2 between each rep. But as you become more comfortable with these efforts and progress those durations out, we want to aim for something towards 4 sets of 16 minutes at zone 3, followed by 4 minutes at zone 2 between each rep. Well, there we go. There's 4 killer bike workouts for you there, and actually perfect for any kind of racing that you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to let us know how any of those sessions have gone, please drop them in the comments below. If you've liked this video, hit that thumb up like button. Don't forget to click on the globe and subscribe to all our other videos. And if you want to see a session that we did on 4 top 5K run workouts, you can find that here.
Yeah, if you'd like to find out a little bit more about sweet spot training, what it is, how to do it, then you can see that video by just clicking down here.